So now it's time to start your answer writing practices for UPSC mains. Now it's very important that you get a best understanding of writing answers. I have been telling this student since a long time that when you are able to score 90 plus in your board examination for 10th and 12th, why the cutoff for UPSC is below 50%. Now the major crack here is to understand a right way to answer your questions. What would happen if you are investing huge lot of money to get your answers evaluated, but still you are landing nowhere? One of the major reasons is it's the peer evaluation that occurs. The students who have been part of the organization are asked to actually evaluate, and that's what I have been hearing from the students, but I don't know the exact fact that happens. But yes, the answer evaluations are part of the packages at many places, and the evaluators who are evaluating the answers are not credit worthy. They do not have a qualification. They are neither subject expert. They could have done their bachelor's in some other field, pursued optional as another subject, and then just checking the answers without any qualification or any subject expertise in their required domain. So there is inexperience, there is biasness, there is no specific nuances that UPSC looks for, which is being highlighted when the answers are being checked. So why it is important to get a good guidance? Now what can be different? One thing that is very important is lack of knowledge. So subject knowledge is key. If you do not belong to the subject in which you are writing your optional paper, then develop your subject expertise before writing any answers. Refer to standard books and standard text. No online resources, no coaching materials, but standard references, standard books, right? The second is develop conceptual clarity with the subject. Now once these two are done, then try to build linkages. Now these linkages should be interdisciplinary in nature. That means you should be able to relate the concepts and the loopholes from one subject to another subject. For example, I talk about geography optional as one of the subjects, and let's say if you have a question that pertains to geopolitics. Now when you are talking about geopolitics of nation, it's not just geography that you would be addressing, but at the same time you would be addressing political science, the international relations between the two nations, but more importantly, let's say rare earth, right? We have covered a separate lecture on rare earth metals, and rare earth becomes a very important crucial part of the geopolitics nowadays. Now however, this belongs to a topic of science and tech, but you would have a strong relevance when you are talking about geopolitical relations, because let's say you are working on electric vehicles, you are working on EV vehicles, then you would require critical minerals, and those are confined in few of the nations, and then again there are geopolitical tensions around it. So now nations are moving forward to either actually go for resources that do not require rare earth metals, or finding closer substitutes to rare earth metals that they can develop within the nations, and only then those geopolitical conflicts can be resolved. The next is using keywords and key languages. Now this was just an example that I cited to help you explain that how interdisciplinary things are really important. Time management, word limit, and clarity in your answer. Like now when we are evaluating answers, we have seen students leaving lot of spaces on the side, writing top and bottom, leaving one line, so on and so forth, which gives a clear impression that you do not have ample knowledge on that answer, and therefore you are trying to just fill up the space. Either that, or the diagrams are too proportionately big, or proportionately too small. So what we would recommend is go through some of the model answers that we have solved and the PYQs that are being solved, and that would give you an insight. And sometimes students do come back saying that the model answers that you have provided actually are longer than the required answer. So the basic logic that we are providing under some model answers is to have a subject knowledge around that concept, and once you have that, when you are writing, you would automatically be able to summarize. So when you are reading 2 pages, you will be able to write at least 1 page. That's the basic gist, right? So make sure your advice that you are getting is from authentic sources. It is from a knowledgeable source, from a person who has an expertise in subject domain, and don't just refer to any news media clippings or any rumors around, but focus on good resources. Try to write answers, get few of those evaluated, and then you will automatically understand what is your weak point. So once you understand, you grasp that, you write an answer, you read it once, and then read the topic again from good resources, and then write an answer again, and then you can self compare that how you have improved on your answer writing from before. So that's really important, because unless and until you do that SWOT analysis, your answer writing skills won't refine. So that's really important. And of course, if you require any further guidance, you can feel free to connect to us. Also, if you have any questions, any queries, feel free to post those in the comment section. I'll take those as separate lectures in the classes. Thanks for joining in. Have a great day ahead.